We've already achieved airborness at 45 knots. Great. All right, this video. AN-2 amazing crash. How can a crash be amazing? All right, this is just an air show. Nothing wrong here. Amazing crash. All right, Sukabliad, thank you very, very much for ruining the narrative of this video. Everybody, it's the beautiful Antonov AN-2 that I've, dubbed before as the uncrashable airplane. I mean, take a look at how slow it's able to fly. It can fly at 39 miles per hour. Yes, that's the stall speed. This thing is a proper helicopter with wings. Look at how slow. This is not even slowed down. This is no slow motion. With a little bit of wind, you can literally achieve standstill with the Antonov AN-2. This is why I called it so uncrashable, so unstallable. This is ridiculous. Yes, 2 years ago, I made a video about this plane with a very crappy add-on. I really did want to see, well, how does the uncrashable plane fly? It was never possible.
What you're supposed to literally do is keep that yoke up and reach maximum stall speeds at full flaps, and that way you're in a sort of parachute mode and the plane just parachutes down. It doesn't do that here because the physics are a bit broken here in the Flight Simulator, sadly.
But luckily now we have a proper Microsoft Flight Simulator add-on. I mean, it's been out for a while. Together with AT simulations, this plane costs 10 euros now, and apparently it's really good at simulating the real deal. And I mean, take a look at this beautiful 1947 Soviet aircraft, one airplane that was definitely designed by the original Mr. Antonov. And yes, we take a look into the cockpit, we see this is very authentic, very original. Everything is just in gibberish. Great. I mean, this plane is actually quite large, right? I mean, it is the biggest single prop biplane. It's quite hefty and it's quite a beast. When you look at it, you're like, okay, how does this fly so well? We've got a super big vertical stabilizer here with a super big rudder surface, which gives it even more stability next to, of course, this plane being a biplane, which is why it's getting called uncrashable. We can go into the cabin. Come on, we paid 10 euros for this, so let's go ahead and enjoy it fully. Ah, yes. Look at Soviet luxury. And there's even bathroom included in every chair. That's great. No, I mean, this plane's obviously very military focused. Not really about luxury here. Very utilitarian. And we should be able to take off here from Kosovo without any issues. I mean, I don't even want to know what's going to happen if we put the flaps down to like... Oh, yes, we hear the beautiful radial engine. Yes, flaps come all the way down to 40 degrees on both wings, which means this plane will probably take off right now. We are at 6,000 foot. The plane does not care. Look. Right, there we go. We've already achieved airborness at 45 knots. Great. I mean, this plane obviously is perfect in the eyes of a 1940s pilot. Come on, actually, let's try to push it here. We are at 38 knots, okay? 38 knots, and we're stalled. We stalled. But we can just come back right there. There we go. We just had a bit of a left wing tip. Yes, it is uncrashable, and we have a big rotor. I mean, no wonder why 18,000 of these were built. The AN-2 plane is the kind of plane that when you have a bird strike, it's definitely the bird that has an AN-2 strike. The AN-2 is the kind of plane that when it does a hard landing, like this, there we go. Yes, it is the runway that needs inspecting and not the airplane. Take a look at how easily this airplane flies. Genuinely, I do wonder how they managed to ever crash this. I mean, 18,000 of these were built all the way up to 2001, and they're still very much flying around today. Out of these 18,000s, only 802 crashed, which actually, considering the time frame and the rugged terrain that this airplane operates in, is an insanely low number. Okay, I mean, yes, every 22nd AN-2 that was ever built crashed, whereas, for example, with the 737, every 53rd plane crashed. It's actually not that bad of a number, honestly. If you manage to crash the AN-2, then you're definitely a poor pilot. Let me see. Within our purchase of 10 euros, we get several variants of the AN-2 that were built. Whether it's the floats or the skis or where this is and more floats. I mean, yes. The Siberian winters are obviously long, and so to be able to fly in the snow is great. Genuinely, I have no idea what all these switches do. Upper wing flaps power. Okay. Electrical system. Brakes in a switch. Okay. Very interesting. Anti-fire system power. Okay. Definitely a beautiful design. Let's go ahead and take off now. Full power. So, there you go. Like, imagine with this thing, if you... I kind of want to buy an AN-2 now just to land it on, like, a ski slope. And we've crashed into a light pole, which is... yeah, no, the light pole had an AN-2 strike. It's not the other way around. You know, I like very much how fat people prove this plane also must be. They can just load anything here. Let's maybe try once again trying to crash challenge. So, there we go. All right. Simple stall, which we can just get out of like that. Did you guys just see that? We completely stalled out the airplane. If this was like a Cirrus plane, we would be dead. And this plane does not care. It kind of probably sees this as a little game. Oh, you're teasing me, right? All right, I think I'm about to crash the Uncrashable plane. Thing is, probably it can keep going after this, right? It has no issue. Oh no, we've killed it. All right, AN-2, impress me. Can we both take off and land here on this helipad, which is on top of a mountain at 10,000 feet? There we go. You can kind of hear the engine struggling from the altitude, but there we go. Beautiful Russian fashion. We can probably just take off. Yeah. No worries whatsoever. The landing definitely will suck, but hey, we can slow down to like 40 knots and the plane will just like slightly drop. Okay, let's give it a little bit more power. There we go. What's interesting is that this plane's actually not very much able to keep altitude very well. We are actually losing altitude, even though we're given in full power, as you can see. I mean, this plane wasn't made for high altitude flying, I reckon. So like at 10,000 feet, it's not working very well. Yeah, very interesting. Like, take a look. It can literally hear the engine struggling. Like, it is not doing well. But I guess that's not what it was made for. I mean, try flying a Cessna 152 here. Impossible. So, buddy, here you have it, the Antonov AN-2. We actually managed to crash it only once. But take a look at the stall behavior. Isn't this magnificent? You don't even have to, like, do anything. It will just read. I don't know how it does it. That's the only thing I needed to prove in this video. So, everybody, thank you guys so much for watching this one. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, as always. Good night.
I'm genuinely wondering whether this is really going to be an issue. I mean, we've got a hangar here. Here we go. We've got to get off the ground now. Come on. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Right, we're off the ground. Okay, that's not worked. Probably due to the physics that are a little bit limited here still with this add-on. Actually, you know what? We are gaining speed. Aha! This plane is Jesus after all. Okay, we're in the water once again. Okay, that's kind of ended badly.
And a special thanks goes out to my members, my supporters. Guns Killer, R27, James Deram, That Dude, Anime Gods of Gaming, Derek, Insider Plane, Nishijitsu Finer, Professional Jamal, Ryland Williams, and New the York. You've got beautiful names.